The deity archetype. The system, the very small and very powerful powers that be, fossil fuels, technology itself. This archetype is where the predator gains their power to prey on others and hide, where the complicit get cover and form the layers of protection and authority, where the goon gets the legitimacy, justification, and extra privileges to enforce mandates. The saint archetype. Normally, saints are canonized by the deity archetype. They are the human face that makes tyranny bearable. Donald Trump is an example of an uplifted saint. For starters, he got a small loan of $1 million. He turned that loan into billions. Could you do that? I couldn't. He has paid costs and is loved and hated by everyone and faces real danger. He is what happens when a man seizes sainthood himself. He is a category error. If what he wants is a legacy, his audacity has been noted. He will get this legacy whether he wants it still or not. An example of a tragic, decrepit embodiment of the saint archetype is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. The devil archetype. The devil archetype is necessary because the deity archetype and the saint archetype, running at their best, produce legitimacy, loyalty, justifications. When the deities and saints become oppressive, they slowly drain whatever golden light they have. Think when Moses went to Mount Sinai and came down the mountain. He had to cover his face because the glow was slowly fading. Without the devils, the deities and saints would run unchecked and consume us and then themselves. There must always be a challenge to the status quo. Always. Luigi Mangione, Chamel Abdul-Karim, Kyle Rittenhouse, and Dalton Levi Etherly are examples of devils who, whether they know it or not, were vehicles challenging and forcing a response from the deities and the saints. But the devil can only be as effective as his willingness to commit fully to the role. Unless their compliance after the fact was a strategic necessity, they will sadly bear the costs on their respective souls that they will have to pay later. One doesn't halfway being the devil. The other actions of the devil archetype is building a parallel systems, speaking truth to power, and illuminating social fictions that have become propaganda, rather than whatever intended purpose those fictions had before that. Examples of this interpretation of the devil archetype is Mark Starnes, aka Salty Cracker, Tim Pool, though his fence sitting, unless it is a strategic necessity, will weigh on his soul. Liberal Hive Mind, The Humanist Report, aka Mike Figueredo, Hassan Piker, The Young Turks, aka Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian. This ties into the Geboverse because as the Geboverse is birthed, ages, expands, and evolves, all events happening simultaneously, navigating these archetypes will be a godsend. A map to know where you stand and where others stand. It isn't a perfect map, but it'll help guide like a sort of assistant.